Hello everybody, it's Joe here and welcome to OpenTTD. Today we're going to be starting a new map and there's a good reason for that. One, I didn't really like the vehicle set that we used with the last map. I started that, I mean it's a good vehicle set, there's nothing wrong with the vehicle set, but I have since discovered Timberwolf's vehicle set. In fact, I think I discovered that like maybe after 2 episodes of the other series and I'm like, do you know what, we'll keep doing the other series. But do you know what? I just love this set so much more. I think it's a much more enjoyable set to play with. So I thought, do you know what? We'll just knock the other one on the head. We'll start again. And this is going to be MegaRail V2.0. Again, we're going to have lots of trains, lots of vehicles, but mainly trains, 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 trains. That's what we want out of this. Now we're starting on a reasonably flat map. I think I'm using 1024 by 1024. And it's just a generic map, you know, there's nothing particularly exciting about this map, it's just a generic map. Now, I've had a look at where I'd quite like us to start, and I think we're going to start at this place here, little town called Tolpuddle, which is actually a city. I thought we'd go with green today, and it's the Joe Ahead group back with a vengeance to, to make some money. That's what we're here to do. So what we're going to do, if you look with this, you get lots of different tracks. We've got 25 kV, overhead wires, third rail, fourth rail, etc, etc. Narrow gauge, we like a bit of narrow gauge. I've never used it, but yeah, we've got it at our disposal. And what we are going to do is we're going to have Tolpuddle as like our central area. So let's get a bit of third rail going on there. We'll have that a big central hub station kind of a deal. And I think that we are going to build just a simple passenger line. Pipe Hill, where are you? North Benfleet? Could we kind of get a bit of that going on? I reckon we could, you know. We're also going to go via Grays Thurrock. I think a lot will go via Grays Thurrock. We'll put 4 platforms in there. And you're going down to North Benfleet. Right, okie dokie, North Benfleet. That's fine. You're not a city. Can I do this somehow without having to bulldoze through all the fields? Probably not is the answer to that question. Well, I could do that. Could do that. It's within the realms of possibility, isn't it? Right, okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to stick you there. So we only have one little field to go through. And then we're going to go via Pipe Hill. And where are you? Up here. Now, I always start with passenger on this. We are going to, of course, be doing some freight, but passenger, I always find passengers a really stable way of doing it, and you get quite a consistent income. It's just my personal preference there. So we're going to go down to Grays Thurrock here. Now, Pipe Hill. We could actually go around there as well, after Pipe Hill. It's a possibility, isn't it? Yeah, well, maybe we'll look into that as we go. So let's pop down back here. We'll shove you in there. And the vehicles that I'm using, as I say, are Timberwolf's assets. I think that they're just really good. They are good. You know, there's a lot to be said. Particularly the fact that they actually go around the corners a lot better, the way he's done it. The road vehicles don't, but the trains kind of bend round corners. They don't just snap to the corners, which you could argue, well, hang on, that's what OpenTTD is about. You know, the kind of geometric snapping of, you know, things. Whoops, did not mean to do that. You know, you could argue that that's what it's about, but I quite enjoy it. No, no, not like that. Avoid that field. There we go. Down here. It's what we're about. We're all about avoiding those fields. Right. Like that. Oops, I've just built slap bang in the middle of that field. That's annoying. We'll go over the top because, I mean, we've not got an awful lot of money to play with when we start out, have we? Get a bit of the old transparency options on there and round the corner. And yeah, I've gone with third rail simply because we're starting in the year 1950. Now, for passenger services, I much prefer using multiple units. You've probably realised that from the last video I did. I do prefer using multiple units, partly because that's what I've just grown up with, you know, and I think when you've grown up with something like that, that's always what you prefer using, because it's what you're used to, isn't it? But yeah, so we're going to be using some multiple units, but early on in the game, multiple units are not available. Well, they're not really available. It's only third rail. It's kind of the old slam door stuff that we can use. You'll also notice since last time, I'm playing a lot more zoomed in, because basically the Timberwolf assets allow for that. They're a lot more detailed, and they're actually a lot bigger, so you can see what you're doing. It allows for a bit more detail, which is quite nice, isn't it? You know, we love detail. Detail is what we're here for. Right, we're going to go up there, past Kirby Green. Now, all of these places are probably going to hate me already. But there's not much we can do about that, is there? There we go. We'll bend you round to the left there. And back again. And then we'll keep it as 4-track through here, simply because... Oh, we've run out of cash. That's annoying. Yeah, simply because we could use from Tolpuddle, we could come round here and obviously have quite a few commuter services going down here. Right, we need to borrow some money then, don't we? So I'm playing without inflation on, which doesn't actually, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't change the gameplay much, other than the vehicles don't cost as much. But then again, when the vehicles aren't costing as much because inflation's not on, you're not making as much profit, you know, so I don't really think it changes the gameplay at all. You know, but hey ho. Oh, what I do need to do is I need to go into settings, and we need to see the newspaper. Where's the news advertisers? Because yeah, right, okay, hold on. Closing of industries, just summary for opening of industries. Because do you know what? Oh my goodness me. The amount of newspaper articles that are flashing up from me having them set like that so that I get to see every factory that opens. It's just far too many. I thought, do you know what, that would be good information to know, and it is good information to know, but my word, there's a lot of information, and it means that you miss out on things. You know, you do miss out on things because you're too busy looking at your industries. You don't realise that one of your vehicles has been bombed by a UFO, for instance. It happens a lot more than you'd like to think on OpenTTD. Right, we're coming down here. Got all our signals in, and that's done it pretty nicely, hasn't it, there? There we go. Right, we can actually unpause this, can't we? So that it settles in. Now, I also have vehicles... I've got the passengers turned on. Got the passengers turned on. Steady on. What do you want about that? I've got it so that the passengers actually have destinations. Now, to do that, you just go into your settings. Because obviously, as we know, when you're playing on OpenTTD, basically the first train into the station picks everybody up and drops them all off at the next available station. But if you go into your settings, and I learned this online, go into your settings, and then we search, is it distribution? There we go, I think that's it. Distribution mode for passengers. So it will normally be set as manual, which is they'll only go to, you know, the first station and get off there. Asymmetric means that, well, there you go, it says it there. Symmetric means that roughly the same number of passengers will go from A to B and B to A. Asymmetric means that it'll just kind of make it up as it goes along. So we've got it set on symmetric, so they should have destinations. And that's quite nice because it means you can get lots of long trains all doing their thing. Right, so you're going to stop there. You're then going to go to there in the middle, down to Kirby Green, down to Pipe Hill, and down to North Benfleet. And at North Benfleet, I'd like you to go to the end of the platform. Thank you. Back to Pipe Hill, back to Kirby Green, Grace Thurrock, and Tolpuddle. Lovely. How many of you can we afford? Should we have 4 of you? Okie dokie. 4 should be fine. I reckon we're going to get quite a few on 4 trains. I mean, we'll just go completely out there to begin with. Just 4 trains. It'll do. It'll do. We're going for this nice green livery, like I say. I mean, look at that. You see, it actually, if we look, he goes round the corners better. I mean, I know it's still a bit jerky, but, you know. Now, what I'm also doing, we'll set the rest of those going now. There we go. We'll follow this train down the line. We'll watch him do a little loop there, because I'm also timetabling so that they all stay the correct distance apart. So you've got 10 days where it's going to stay at Tolpuddle, and then if it's not a city, I like to have them waiting 3 days for trains. So there you go, Grey's Thurrock. You're going to wait 3 days. And what that basically will do, it'll keep the trains nice and spaced out. And if they're nice and spaced out, it means they're getting a continual loading of passengers, aren't they? You know, we like trains to be spaced out. There we go, so Kirby Green. Yep, we'll also have you at 3 days, please, sir. Thank you very much. I always have it at 10 days for terminus stations, and again, that is simply so that when it's like the driver and the conductor changing ends, isn't it? You know, the driver has to actually physically get out of the cab and walk down to the other end of the train. So, you know, that's yeah, good. We always like a little bit of realism. Plus, if it's late, if the train is late, then we can, you know, it gives them a bit of time to catch up, doesn't it? Because if you don't put any time in your timetable, they'll just get later and later, and they won't space themselves out. Because obviously there'll be no time to wait, will there? So, do you know what? Let's pop it on double speed, just to get you where you're going. Lovely, up and over the bridge, and as well you'll see they go up and down the hills. It really is a good set. If you, I would recommend going and downloading this. There's very many Timberwolf add-ons. You can do that through your OpenTTD menu. But look, he goes up the hill, down. Oh, look at that, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this is my favourite UK train add-on, and again, you can see if we look in the available trains list. I mean, just look, there's just so many of them. I mean, I've hidden quite a few, to be honest with you, because I don't tend to use the steam trains. I like starting in the 50s, because I can start with these multiple units, and then we can move on to bigger and better things. Right, let's get you there. I realise that we are quite a bit in debt. That's not something we need to worry about yet, I don't think. I'm a big believer of the whole speculate to accumulate sort of a deal. And there is a reason, of course, that we've started down here at, I can't even remember what the town's called. It's like Tolwell, is it? Whoops. Tolpuddle. Yeah, there's a reason we've started down in Tolpuddle, because it's fairly close to the south. And if it's close to the south, that's why we're using all third rail. So we'll start in the south, so that we can get our third rail stuff down here, and then we'll kind of use overhead wires for the rest of the journey. Or for the rest of the map, sorry. So he's running 7 days early, so we'll start that timetable, and then hopefully they'll all space themselves out. Now, what we also need to do, providing they don't hate us, which I'm beginning to think they will, but they don't, so that's good. We're going to go into Town Road and pop a bus station. Not enough cash, of course there isn't. Right, there we go. We're going to pop a bus station there. And again, I have a horrible feeling that Grey's Thurrock hate me. They don't. Why do I forget the feeling that they hate me? They just don't. Maybe I've just got like just this general, you know, I should have more self-confidence really, shouldn't I? Right, let's see. So you're going to go down there over this bridge. You're going to go there. And then you're going to stop there as well. Lovely. I did not mean to do that. Wrong tools selected. Right, I'm going to go over there. A bit of girder steel bridge, that'll do. And the B road construction. Oh, 76. Yeah, we'll have one of them. I don't think we're going to use it, but we'll have one anyway. So let's pop you there. So, what buses have we got? We've got a Bristol low-decker, AEC Regent. I think it's going to be double-decker because, you know, this is going to be quite a high-intensity route, I think. So, we have got 38 mile an hour, you can fit 57. 41 mile an hour, you can fit 58. Right, well, that's obviously the bus of choice. There we go, Grace Thurrock, come down here. And because we've got it on the symmetric mode for the passengers, we don't have to tell them to transfer onto the trains. They'll just do it automatically. So, let's have a look. We'll pop you on there as autofill. I think 10 should be enough because this is going to be a super, super high frequency bus line. There we go. He's on his way. And it really, really suits that green livery, doesn't it? The green and the white. Now, buses, I always just have them waiting 5 days. You see? Right, let's get the rest of them out. There we go, first thing arrives at Tolpuddle. And then we have them waiting at those stops for 2 days. Do you know what? Let's stick you there for 10 days, actually, because we'll just see what happens. No, actually, change my mind. 5 days, 5 days. Just 5 days is fine. 2 days at the rest of them. There we go, 2 days. Now, I only have a timetable for passenger services. I never timetable for freight. Grace Thurrock Central. There we go. We'll have 2 there. Did we say 5 days? Yeah, we did. Oh, we're not leaving a lot of time, are we? It's going to take absolutely ages for them to get back on time if they run late. 5 days there. Now you see already we've got a quarter of the load on, so that's good. How many are waiting here? Oh, they've all got off again. Oh, well, they must all live in these little houses round here. Half load complete, there we go. And there's, all of a sudden, there's loads of buses coming the other way. Ah! Well, hopefully that's going to provide a really good connection. And the fact that Tolpuddle is a city means that, you know, we want it to grow around this station, don't we, really? There we go, Tolpuddle Central. Let's have a bit of, you know, 2 people there. 2 people, 2 days, 2 days waiting. And again, we'll have 2 days waiting there. How many are waiting at Tolpuddle West? That filled up quick. Oh no, we got them all. There we go. So he's going to wait there. And as you can see, they're all just transferring onto the train. So it's a good job, if we're having buses as frequent, that we're using 8-car trains. I always find as well, because we've got the passengers working in the way that they are. I mean, look, there's 105 waiting there, but where are they going? They're going via Kirby Green, so they're going to go the other way. If we look, out of 456 passengers, this train has got 86 on board. That's not an enormous amount of passengers, I will give you that. But coming the other way, there will be a lot more people on, hopefully. Now, as well, Tolpuddle probably won't get all the, all the passengers, because a lot, I reckon, will get off at Grace Thurrock. Partly because if every train is stopping at Grace Thurrock, then I reckon, yeah, that's a lot of people will get off there and just get the bus. Depends what's cheaper. I don't actually know how they work out their routes. Oh, there we go. We're not quite in the demand for for everybody, or for a double set just yet. Is Pipe Hill? That's not a city either, is it? Kirby Green, you're not a city. I mean, Pipe Hill could benefit from some buses, definitely, but they will hate me because I bulldozed all their trees. Yeah, there we go. Poor. Kirby Green, what do you think? I did some... Oh, you think I'm appalling? Well, there's no point asking you if I can build a bus service there, is there? Let's have a look. What's another? So Telich is a city. Bilth is a city. Nesbit is not, even though it's bigger than the two put together. That's not a city, that's just a town. Nether Wallop is a city. And Bolton upon Dearne. I used to stop there when I worked for Northern. Bolton upon Dearne on the Rotherham lines. So, I don't think that we're going to have enough money to build passenger things. We've built passenger things. What are you on about, you idiot? I don't think we're going to have enough money to do freight things. I mean, what? Let's have a look. So we've got a coal mine there, and an iron ore mine there. We've got a steel mill. We've got a coal mine there as well. So we have. That is very interesting. Right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to stick a whatchamacallit down there. Look at that. That is a nice whatchamacallit, isn't it? In Tolpuddle. And we're going to build you up there. That about right? I think it's there, isn't it? Not enough cash. We need more cash. Speculate to accumulate. The only way we will absolutely boss this is to, spend all our money as quick as possible. So can we shove you there? No, but we could shove you there. About there. Best thing to do, just build the road down there. And then that will capture iron ore and coal. You see. Right, so we will have, let's have a look, what trucks have we got available? It'll have to be the AEC Mammoth, but you can only do 28 mile an hour. Oh well, never mind. Right, coal. Or the buses are going to get upset, aren't they? Because they'll be waiting behind the very slow lorries. Let's have 5 of you. Go, go. There they go. So they're off to do what they do best, which is deliver coal to the power plant. And, you see, we'll just use them. I know they can only do 28 mile an hour, but we can replace them. I think we get a new, we get something new and shiny in a few years, if I remember rightly. Right, there we go. Graze Thurrock Mines. Load. And then go there. That's a bus station. Try again. There. 10 of you. Off you go. Now let's have a look. If this bus is late... Yeah, it's running 1 day late. Yeah, they're all going to be very much stuck behind, behind this convoy of coal lorries. Which is not ideal, it has to be said. But if it brings the money in, I mean, look, train income is, road vehicle income is still, it's still fairly good, £4 grand a year. Train income is obviously where we're looking at. That's where the majority of our money is coming from currently. I'm hoping that that bus won't catch the truck. By the time it's stopped... Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, just about catching it, isn't it? But what we need to do as well is, we've got you there. We'll put those bus stops in, and the reason we're putting those bus stops in is simply because, you can see that house is built there already. This is just going to grow into one big town, isn't it? So Grays, they're at north. We want you to stop there and there. And then coming the other way. Stop there and there. And then the timetable, it'll factor in that. And we'll let them do their thing. Are we loading with some coal now? Yeah. How are we doing up here? Oh, the first truck is on his way. Smashing. Oh, fantastic. I mean, it's not going to be... This is not going to be an earth-shattering amount of money that we make from the trucks, but if it keeps us in the black, and it keeps us in money, then, I'm all for it. We're all for a couple of little lines that, that don't make money. What am I saying? We're all for a couple of little lines that do make money, just not a massive amount of money. I mean, look, 600 quid. 600 quid more than we would have had. In fact, we might even need more trucks on here. We shall see. Now, let's have a look at the timetable and see what they're... right, so... Tallpuddle South, you can stay for 2 days. Travel for 5 days. Travel for 4 days. And then stay for 2 days. Travel for 10 days. That's looking good. Right, what are we looking at here? Travel for 3 days. Yep, that'll do. Stay for 2 days. Travel for 4 days. Yep, smashing. That said 4, didn't it? Why did I get rid of it? I didn't mean to do that. Stay for 2 days. Travel for 10. There we go. We're laughing. Although I don't think we need to travel for 10, do we? Hang on. What's happened here? After Tallpuddle South. Yeah, we'll clear that. And then where are we now? Tallpuddle South and that one. Tallpuddle Central to South. That's the one. Because that's a long time, isn't it? 10 days. 7 days. 5 days. That'll do. Because you've got to be really careful when you do tweak about with the timetable. You have to make sure that every single... You see, they're not timetabled. That would be giving it 10 days to get from there to there, when in reality it probably only needs about 5. And then they're just going to sit and block the road, waiting, you know, if they run early. Like this chap's doing here. Oh, we'll just give you 5 days. Berate. Right, start the timetable again. Sorry, guys. You can start again. It's not that hard, is it? Oh, we've unlocked a Sunbeam Part Royal that we're probably not going to use. Let's have a look. You're loading. Excellent. You've not actually gained any coal yet. We need to get round to putting the statue in Tallpuddle. It probably thinks I'm terrible. Oh no, it thinks I'm very good. Well, I guess there's a lot of things. Buses always make the towns like you a lot more. Grace Thurrock, what do you think? Well, I'm good in your eyes. So yeah, for this, it would really help if we had... Hang on, do we need more vehicles? Maybe we do. Just maybe we do. We could potentially do with an extra 5, another 5 trucks on that. If the banker will allow it, of course. 5 trucks, off you go. Yeah, it's going to be a while until they get there, isn't it? We could have done with building a new depot nearby. They're getting stuck in bus traffic. And look at them, they're all leaving Tallpuddle. So I don't actually know what we're going to do with this, because I wanted the third rail just kind of in this area, doing its thing. No, maybe Tallpuddle's a through station. I don't know. I don't want it all to be third rail. You know, I want the majority of it to be overhead wires. Let's have a look. Have we got any cities? Nope. Southwold, you're not a city. You're not a city. You're not... We're running out of space here with all these not cities. Haddenham... Nope, there's a lot of... Oh, tough trees. You could be what we're looking for. I don't know. To be honest with you, yeah, I just don't know. Is that train running on time? Of course it's not, it's late. 74 days late, what are you doing? You're 54 days late. So, you know, things are gradually catching up. But these units, the 4 cores, I think they're class 404s maybe? Let's have a look. Does it tell me? Information. The Southern Railway 4 core, which I believe means corridor. You know, they're absolutely fantastic little units. I really do like them. I use them at the beginning of all of my OpenTTD games now, because they're just so good. So good indeed. I would like to, however, put some buses down in North Benfleet. They do think I'm very good. Yeah, well. And of course Pipe Hill, they think I'm mediocre. Kirby Green, am I still appalling? No, I'm just very poor, so I'm slowly getting there. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it for now. I'm going to shove those buses in before we next see each other so we can do something a bit more exciting. We're probably going to work on the commuter services around the kind of south of the map still, because once we've built up, you know, when the money's coming in, I mean the money's coming in now, look, you can see. We're earning 80,000. This is only episode 1 and we're earning, well, that's 90,000, isn't it? In 1951 so far, and it's only October. So, you know, I would say that we're doing fairly well. But yeah, I'll put those buses in for next time so that we can do something more exciting instead of just put buses in. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the episode today, then make sure you click that like button on the video. It's always appreciated. If you want to go and check Timberwolf's stuff out, then click the link in the description. And of course, if you want to keep up with this series, I would do, because hopefully this is going to be the one to keep up with. But if you do want to, then click the subscribe button in the video, which will be on your screen soon, if not now. Possibly. Hopefully. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Cheerio. Goodbye for now.